Hello guys, this is Kevin Gallas. Here we have the first version of the first prototype of the ADVBags, and today we're gonna unbox them, look at each individual component and their parts and what they do. So, it's a little bit like Christmas. We're gonna unbox it. This is how they come. Wrapped a little bit in plastic. On this side we have the bags, the side bags and the top bag. Here, this should be the holsters for each side. Here, the biggest and heaviest part is the main structure of the whole system. This is the two sides. So they're gonna sit like this and like this on the bike. You can see a nice bit of protection in here. And this pouch is where the side bags are gonna be mounted in. They look so nice in you, huh? Fuck. So next up here, we have our base, which is this part. This is gonna sit on top of the either passenger seat or on the back fender of your bike. And this is where the side pouches will be mounted to. And this part here is the top for the main bag at the top. A lot of straps. Always good to have straps. Great. Next up, we have the top bag, which is very big, as you can see. It has a lot of space, 2 openings on each side. So you can open it from, or you can have access from each side, and has a nice little window where you can see what's inside and 2 handles to grab it. And obviously a lot of mounting points to close it. It also has this nice backpack feature. So whenever you go to the hotel room or you want to take a casual stroll around the city, it has these straps and you can attach them to the bottom, and then this whole top bag becomes a backpack. So you don't have to carry your dirty backpack around. You can have this one, which has a lot more space, and it's really convenient, I think. And if you don't need it, which probably most of the time you won't need it, we can just store all this stuff in here, close it. Nobody will see it. And then, last but not least, we have our 2 side bags, which for me will be the ones that will be used most of the time. So we have one left one and one right one. They are gray. They have a little see-through window and also have these amazing mounts. So satisfying. And yeah, basically, they are quite big. You can fit a lot of stuff inside, and then just roll them up and close them like this. This is really satisfying, to be honest. This is great. I also had to show it off on the rally. Huh? I was like, to everyone who looked at me, I'm like, hey, look how I can close my stuff. It was really nice. It's nice to impress your people, to impress your friends. When they have like shit buckles to close all the time, and you just go like, I'm done. It's a nice feature, good flex. So let's start mounting our bags. So the only thing you really have to do is to unscrew. You have 4 bolts each side. For now it's a 4mm Allen key. It will be changed to a Torx, so it will be more convenient and more easy to use. Just take out the screws. And once you have them out, you have 4 holes in your side pouches. You just place them over the existing holes. Now, second side. Roughly place it over the holes. Okay, last screw, and we're done. And as it might be a bit confusing at first because it's flat, but actually on the bike they will sit exactly like this, and bending the material like this gives a lot of stability to the base, which is the key factor to have a strong and solid foundation for our bags and all the weight we're gonna add to them. so we can go through all kinds of terrain. So the only thing left to do to complete it is to mount the top pouch, I would say. And you have these little buckles here where it's really easy. You just push down. Okay, like this. And this one is already open. And then you have the mounting points here in the back. You have these little buckles. Good. Then you just close them. Like that. Attach this one to here as well, and then we open it like this with our magnetic buckles. Then it's more easy and faster to use. Great. So this whole thing is mounted, and when you open them, it's ready for your top bag, which is also secured by some Velcro straps down here. And when you close it, it's going really easy with those magnetic mounts. And this whole thing secures your top bag. And also, if you don't want to run a top bag, like I will probably most of the time run without one because I don't need the space and I want to move all the way to the rear of the bike, you can just quickly disconnect it with those straps and you can choose if you want to run it with or without a top bag. So in case you want to bring a tent, there's two ways. One way is just to include it in here, just under this whole buckle in the back, and just bring it into here with your top bag. Or the second version, and this is also included obviously with the bags, is to mount those straps right here. I will do that now. And then you can put your tent outside and you separate them basically from the top bag, so you don't have to take your top bag off the whole system every time you want to take your tent out, which is quite convenient and a nice option to have. So this goes here. These buckles are really easy to use. And then you have here the strap function. So you put your tent in and then you can basically just close it up or open it as you want to tighten your tent. I'll just mount the second one as well. Yeah, really quick and easy. So you basically have these two loops, put your tent in, or any tent, whatever you might use, close it, and you're secured. So next up on the list is our inner bags. These are for the sides. We have a left and the right shape, as you can see. Oh, that's how good the magnetic buckles connect, even if you don't want to. So it's a little bit of a boot shape, as you can see. So you can fill them up, and that's also exactly how they will sit on the bike. So whenever you open the top, the stuff is not going to fall out. You will see later when it's on the bike exactly. And I'm just going to put some stuff into it. So this is my sleeping bag, for example, that I use for traveling. And it's fitting really, really easily into there. And I will just put some stuff into this one and also some stuff into the other one. Here we have my tent. And also with the tent goes my sleeping mat for isolation. And the nice thing, sometimes I tend to forget what stuff is in which bag. So we have little windows here. The bags are completely waterproof when they're closed, obviously. So with the window, you take it out and you see, oh, okay, this is my tent and my bag, and here's my sleeping bag. So yeah, it's a little bit more easy. So, and then once you have them fully done up, you roll them and close them, and like that, it becomes waterproof. I will just do the same with the other one as well. And connect, and also waterproof. And then you have the two grab handles here, where you can carry the bags and to a hotel room or whatever, or just use them for other use cases like collecting firewood and starting a fire or something. And yeah, great. A lot of space for sure. Last part is the top bag, and this one is really, really big, so it's perfect to carry jackets or items that need a lot of volume. And once you have it, you can see it's already attached on the bottom to the Velcro. I put this under here, so it's nice and secure and it doesn't fall off the bike. Then you just roll it again, and you have the buckles here to close. Here it closes on the side, so it's a little bit different than the other bags. And this one goes here. And also on this side, you just close them. Now it's not super tight, but you can tighten it really easy here. So this whole thing becomes as compact as possible because you don't want the luggage to be moving around all the time. So you just strap this, and then it becomes this nice little compact box, and it's really easy. So sometimes, you know, you need to know where your stuff is, but you also have a window again, so you see. For example, let's say I have all my shower gel and everything on this side. I don't need to open it from here and go through all my stuff. I can just open it on the right side and access it really easy. So you can kind of load it in two ways. And then once this is on, you can close our top luggage system, attach the buckles, again, really, really easy. Strap it tight, and then you can see the whole thing is immediately connected and is not really moving anymore. So when you made it this far in the video, we fully built our system, we loaded our bags. So now let's see how it looks on the bike, how it fits, and I'm gonna show you all that now. Now we are mounting the base structure to our bike, and I'm always starting on the back with those two straps here. And depending on the bike you have, I always do it in the way where I use this buckle and go to that one. So I cross them, so it holds a little bit better in my experience. And this one goes to here. So you tighten them down, not super tight, but just roughly, so this stays in place. Then I go to the side, and we have these straps, and usually you have a passenger foot peg here. If you don't have a passenger foot peg, you need to buy an aftermarket, like little loop where you can attach these buckles to. Second one. And then you can start strapping them down. Always start a little bit more loose until you fix the other side, and then once the system is fully on, then you can start pulling it really tight. And start tightening them. Then you can really tighten the straps down. I only use those bags on one bike. For sure, you have a lot of adjustability, you can see here. But if it only stays on the one bike, once you have the system mounted and attached, you can also cut these straps a little bit so you don't have these long straps flying around. But this is really making sure that it works on every single bike. So tighten that down. And now you can see it's super tight on the bike. I can move the whole bike just with the luggage system. This is tight. Now this is really on there. And the great thing here with all the padding underneath is that we don't really scratch our paint or our plastics. For sure, if dirt's gonna go in there, it's gonna get a little bit scratched, but it's very well protected from scratching through the pads. And this is the first part of the system install. Now let's mount the bags. It's cool that it's so tight, huh? So take our bags. Then I always put in the side bags at first. This here is the left one. Slides in really nice. And what I like to do is I like to put the strap below the grab handle, so it's we just have that little bit of extra security. And also under this one, so it presses the bag down a little bit, stops it from falling out. And just attach it to here and just tighten it. And then you can see that the whole bag is staying secured. Just repeat exactly the same procedure on the other side. Here we have a little bit more volume, as you can see, which is great. Take the strap, route it in the correct way, attach it and tighten. Really easy, really convenient, and you can see the whole bag is here, secured. Another thing that we can do here, which is nice, is we have these extra straps here, where we can just tighten that to the maximum. Now, when it's not completely fully loaded, there's still, I would say, half of the volume left, so we can attach this, and this just gives us a little bit of extra security. And the main thing with luggage, especially when you're riding off-road, is you want to stop the movement. So the looser the bag is, the more potential damage it can cause to your stuff or the luggage rack itself. So the tighter everything is, the less movement, the less possible failures you will have. Last thing to do is the top part. When we take our top bag, we can see here we have a nice strap of Velcro. We just place it here, and just with that, it's already secured lightly, I would say. We close this, attach the straps, attach another strap, tighten, done. This is all. It's really fast, it's really easy, really convenient, and as you can see, it's not super high in the rear, so you can still move your hips back far enough. I tested it already, so yeah. That's how it looks on the bike. Now the only thing that we still have to do is to hide all these buckles a little bit, so they're not flapping around, that they're not getting caught in the wheel or caught in the trees or whatever. And then we're done and we can go riding. So now that we mounted everything, I will go and ride it and test it and see if we can break something. Stay tuned for the next video where we're gonna go in depth of what broke, why it broke, and we're gonna show you all the details of the first version, and then also what we're gonna change for the second version, for the V2 prototype. And yeah, stay tuned.